Hey, this is Marjorie, and I thought I would. Tonight is that free webinar with Glenn Meter on your computer spying on you and about privacy. And freedom and liberty requires eternal vigilance, right? I forget which one of the founding fathers of the United States said that. It's a great saying, regardless of who said it. In my journey, I actually have been learning a lot from Glenn over the years, and in the very beginning, I've implemented a lot of the 5 things he's going to talk about in the webinar. They're really simple and easy that you can just do almost immediately. Then I expanded to where I got. I spent one year. I said, okay, I'm going to focus on getting a bunch of burner email addresses and burner credit cards. And I did that. And that year, I figured that out. It's part of my lifestyle now. When I sign up for a new newsletter or something like that, I automatically just use or create a new email address. There's a service called Anonaddy that will, create the email address and then send it all to one place for you. So you don't have to you got it all coming into one central location. And the burner credit cards were with privacy.com. And there you go, you hook it up to your bank, but then you can create as many credit card numbers as you want. The vendor or whoever only sees that one. They don't actually know anything about the details of going to your bank. So I did that one year, and then that's a part, like when I buy and man, I got to tell you, that has been an incredibly useful thing. I don't know about you, when you sign up for some of this subscription stuff, you never get off of it, right? So having these privacy cards, you can just cut them off, right? This has been great. Last year, my focus was I had 2 things I really wanted to accomplish. One was getting de-Googled phones, and the other was getting completely off of Microsoft and no longer using the Microsoft operating system. And I did that. And I use Linux, and that's actually what this webinar is going to be about tonight. Is Linux used to be only for techie geeky people, but it's really come a long ways in terms of having super user-friendly interfaces now that either mimic any of your Windows versions that you want, or if you're familiar with Apple or something like that, they mimic that. So, surfing, email, all that stuff, it's almost seamless. And Glenn is going to talk about that tonight. Now, I attend Glenn's webinars over and over again. I've probably been to 6 or 8 of them now. And the reason why is the threats keep changing and getting more interesting, actually. And I love the webinar where he goes over what the latest threats are, because I want to keep up. If you know what the threat is, you're more than likely going to be able to navigate around it. So even if you've seen his stuff before, I highly, highly recommend it. And tonight is going to be about Linux computers. And in case you're wondering, for 2026, I'm looking at, I want to get off of the the PSTN, the public telephone system, and I'm starting to look at voice over IP telephone numbers and getting a half a dozen, maybe 10 telephone numbers. So that's kind of the big thing that I'm working on this year. So happy though that I moved off of Linux. I moved off of Microsoft. Glenn will show you, he's a boomer, he's our age, he knows how this needs to be very simple and easy and step by step, and just a super good guy. So I've had him on over the years, and he has been a good friend, really knowledgeable. So the webinar is free. It's at 7 p.m. CST. I'll have the link down below for you. I'm going to be on, as I said, and hope to see you there.